Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. My name is Blake Cousins and we're doing a breaking news event. Toby from his office was looking at the ISS space station and he suddenly saw something come into frame on this live feed, and he shared it to us right here at Third Phase, and I'm sharing it with you right now, the people around the world. Take a look at this. We're speeding this thing up. The video lasted for 9 minutes. We're cutting it down to a minute, sped up about 900%, and we're bringing in some brightness contrast so we get a good look at what's going on with this craft. And I wanted to bring along Dr. J. Andy Elias. I just shared this video with him, and I wanted to get his thoughts of his first opinion when I shared this video of what you think this is tracking the ISS.
You know, first when I was looking at it, I didn't know what exactly I was at. It was space dust particles, but then as the video progressed and you actually see things starting to move, in the very beginning you see these orange dots around it, and one in particular is above it, almost as if it's going to it. And at the end of it, the entire thing kind of shrinks up a little bit, so it's almost as if it's a giant, it could be a mothership for all we know, with these little orange balls being the small Earth excursion ships that Stan Friedman talks about that are always, you know, visiting Earth.
Well, could you tell us, Dr. J, what did Stan T. Friedman say about some of these different kinds of ships visiting Earth and some of the other sizes that are out there?
Well, a lot of people keep talking about these motherships, and they're saying, well, if they're going to come traverse these, you know, tens of scores of light years or hundreds of light years to see another planet, wouldn't they bring a lot more with them? And the answer is yes. What you're seeing when you see a 20-foot diameter disk is you're not seeing the ship that actually came from another world. You're actually seeing a little scout ship. More than likely what he was saying is a mothership, or a ship that's carrying all those smaller excursion vehicles, is probably parked somewhere in our solar system orbit, maybe by the moon, maybe by the sun where it's getting some of its energy, maybe by the outer planets. We don't know where, but the point being is wherever that giant ship goes and releases the other small ones to do the activity is what we're seeing. So every time people see something in the skies of Earth, that's what they're seeing, let alone being a mile wide or 5-10 mile wide ship.
Absolutely. Whatever's stalking the space station here, we're not exactly sure what it is, and if you think you have an idea, leave your comments below and, you know, share your ideas of what's happening in this incredible video shot from the ISS. And people, the UFO hunters out there like Toby Lynn that noticed this anomaly, sharing it with us at Third Phase Moon. That's what we want to see, and the best way to do that is either Twitter, Facebook, Skype, you know, subscribe on YouTube, Third Phase of Moons. And we're going over two incredible images, one from Google Earth and another from NASA. Let's get to this one from Xinjiang, China, of what appears to be two major jetliners escorting a UFO. What is this massive plasmic orb leaving chemtrails over China? Do UFOs leave chemtrails? Is this some kind of new secret project? If anybody out there knows what this object is, contact Third Phase of Moon via Skype, Facebook, and Twitter. Leave your comments below. Third Phase. Now let's jump to Mars. New footage from NASA, a 1 billion pixel view from Curiosity at Rocknest. Take a look. Morgan Jenkins from Canada shared this image via Skype. Let's take a closer look at this NASA footage. What is this anomalous object captured? From NASA. Join the discussion on our live radio show this Friday. 9 p.m. LA time, 12 a.m. New York time. Join the discussion. And if you've captured anything amazing, submit it to us via Skype or Third Phase. We're going over breaking news right now. Chris submitted this celestial display over Canada. The sky watchers were stunned and shocked at the same time. We're zooming in, enhancing the video. Take a look. We want to thank Chris again for sharing his brilliant video with us right here at Third Phase. View the original link below. And if anybody out there's captured anything amazing like Malibu, California, discovered by Maxwell, Del Romero, and Jimmy Church, host of Fade to Black and Dark Matter Radio, possible smoking gun evidence of a massive underwater base. As we zoom in and enhance this Google image, you can clearly see of what looks to be pillars just over 600 feet tall. The plateau itself is 1.3 miles by 2.45 miles wide. The ceiling alone is 500 feet wide. Could this be the reason for mass UFO sightings? Reported from the 1950s, entering and exiting the Pacific Ocean just off the coast of Malibu. In the second image from Google Earth, you can see LA in relation to the coastline. The natural land formations do not relate in any way to the massive structure. What is it? Proton rocket carrying advanced satellites crashes 9 minutes after launch, or should we say, shot down by a UFO? Take a look at this video. We're analyzing this video, putting in brightness contrast to it, zooming it in and slowing it down. There's something that makes contact with the Proton rocket. What is it? Let us know in your comments below. What's going on over the airspace of Russia? We're not exactly sure. Did Putin rub somebody the wrong way? Maybe. Watch it at this point, right now. If you look closely, the object takes a direction towards the rocket. Thanks to everybody keeping a close eye on live videos, and if you see something unusual, let Third Phase of Moon know via Skype, Facebook, Twitter. We're standing by. Share it with us, share it with the world. The Pentagon kept the secret. This U.S. missile launch that left the locals in wonder, 5/20/2014. Doesn't this missile footage over Kauai look amazingly similar to what we just saw last week in Russia in the explosion of the Proton rocket? What's going on with this video? 2 UFOs tracking a missile? We're not sure. Leave your comments below. Share it with us, share it with the world. My name's Blake. This photograph that we're looking at right now. Hey Linda, thanks for joining us right here at Third Phase.
Well, it's nice to be with you guys.
All right, great. Tell me about this photograph that we're looking at. It doesn't look like any aircraft that I've ever seen before.
Well, it's very interesting. We had come to Panama to live. We'd been to lunch up in the mountains, and we're coming back to Boquete, and I was just snapping pictures of the treetops and the beautiful clouds. And I got home, and I'm like, what a strange looking cloud that one is. So I blew it up a little bit, and I thought, well, it almost looks like a contrail, a very thick contrail. But I thought, my husband being a former pilot, I said, honey, doesn't that look weird? And he said, yeah, it does. So we just kept blowing that picture up until you could see the strange shape at the front of that white cloud. And I've just never seen anything like it. I mean, it looked like it was a large square with maybe a hole in the middle somehow. I mean, I really couldn't tell if it was a square in oxygen shape or what. But it was just fascinating because really, quite honestly, you couldn't see it with the naked eye.
Quite interesting. Yeah, this rectangular shaped object, we're enhancing it right now, and it looks definitely like there's structure to it. It's not a cloud formation, and then it's leaving this kind of chemtrail behind it. I'm not exactly sure what you caught here, Linda, but it's definitely a UFO.
Well, I happen to think so, and the interesting thing is, I wasn't looking for UFOs that day. Had no idea that I'd caught that until I got home, and I was like, that thing couldn't have been visible for, more than just a couple of seconds there because of the fact I was taking so many pictures. And my camera only has an 18 zoom, so that was the limitation. But fascinating to see the cloud, the unusual cloud, and then to see that at the front of it. To me, it was like, wow. I really believe in UFOs now.
Hey, and Linda, I really appreciate you sharing this this incredible photograph with us and sharing it with the world.
Well, you're very welcome. I was hoping by sharing it, maybe other people had seen something similar to it.
How are we doing? Seeing you again, Reynolds. Reynolds, hey. Good to see you again.
See you.
All right, Linda. Hey, how you doing? All right, so we wanted to go over some incredible photographs that Brent and I took, and it was during an event in Waipio Valley.
Yes.
And I remember very well.
What happened was quite magical, and we wanted to go over it right here at Third Phase of Moon and discuss what was captured that night, and also the vortex in the valley and this natural pyramid shape down there. Brent, tell us and lead the story on how this went down. Well, it started out with what was going down was something big. You guys did something amazing right here at Third Phase Moon and for everybody there. So we also drove down in the Jeep down to the middle of the valley where you said the pyramid was down there, and the clouds opened up and we're able to capture it. Tell us about this. It's massive.
It's the middle of the valley, and the pyramid is used primarily for the entry and exit of those ships that needs to come into the Earth. And so what you seen there was a portal, and it is what it is, and it's used for bringing those ships that are necessary to help the Earth and those that will be monitoring the types of work that we do here as humans.
Oftentimes you see a blue beam either come down, from the sky into the pyramid, or beam up from the pyramid up into the sky.
Unidentified flying object.
Speaking of the color purple, this is when it got really amazing. And Brent was there. He's the one that captured the first image. That's right. You told the camera crew and us that we wouldn't see it with the naked eye, but our sensitive camera equipment would. Yes. And then Brent, you captured this. What got you started taking the pictures? Well, Reynolds and Linda said that the Pleiadians, a purple ship would be showing itself within 7 minutes. So I just started taking random shots in the sky, and you know what? That's when the thing started to hit right there. I started going over my photos, and right there, right in plain day, we saw a UFO happen right in front of our eyes. And then I started showing it off to the camera crew and everybody else. Wasn't it ecstatic?
It was ecstatic. Well, they got very excited because what happened is that they saw evidence of what we were talking about.
With their own eyes.
And because of this, we illustrated, and this was for the world to see, that our star family exists, and they had to show themselves in a way that people would believe. And definitely all the crew saw it, everyone else saw it, and you folks had an opportunity to take a photograph of it, and there it was, not small but large, and to the picture. Yes, they were very shocked at what they saw.
It was just fabulous,
And definitely,
I could feel them. I knew they were there. And
there were more to it.
Yeah,
there were other ships all together with them. Along with the purple ships, there were the blue and white ships.
Things really got more exciting later on in the evening. I passed the camera to Blake, and he caught something himself. Tell us about it. They're watching me pretty carefully when I started to take pictures, and then I started to review them. They're right on top of me when I noticed what looks to be an angel. Tell me about this, Reynolds. What is this? They were shocked when they saw this.
Well, the angel, it was proof to you that this is not only a ship, but there is also a living, holy being that needs to be shown. Two things were shown, a ship and a holy being. You were given this opportunity because you were blessed. And it's because you're blessed to give this to the public and the world. They had to show this for the first time ever in Waipio Valley. And now you folks have an opportunity to get it out and show more of it. This is an angel, a very blessed angel. And that angel has waited thousands and thousands of years to be shown so that people can see it once more again. What a blessing this is.
Reynolds, let's see that, maybe do this again. Come on.
Okay, all right, that's right.
Aliens visiting Earth date back to historic written records. In this episode of Third Phase of Moon, we will be looking at some of these records. Italian cave paintings created some 10,000 years before the birth of Christ, depicting alien creatures in suits. And this image in 4000 BC in Kiev. An alien in an armored suit, reminiscent of what you see in NASA today. This historic image from West Africa, notice what looks like a helmet. Now let's look at religious-inspired art that depicts the presence of UFOs. John the Baptist and Jesus with the large UFO overhead. This 15th century painting of the Madonna. Above Mary's right shoulder, a man and his dog observe an alien craft. Now look at this tapestry dating back to 1538 in the Bruges, depicting multiple UFOs in the skyline. Minted in 1680, this French coin clearly depicts a hovering disc-shaped craft. Now let's jump to the winter of 1803 in Japan as fishermen find an unusual vessel on the beach. The fishermen described the craft as being constructed of highly exotic metal material. With retractable translucent windows where they observed a beautiful alien woman. The details of this alien craft are still seen today. From Sweden, throughout the UK, and reported just yesterday in Toronto. Incredible historical evidence that we're not alone. Thanks for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon. As John the Baptist gestures in this portrait by Da Vinci, keep your eyes on the skies. Newport Beach, California, one of the world's busiest commercial airspaces. This footage is not of an airplane. Take a look. Could this energy, in fact, be of a multi-dimensional time experience? As in this video appears, an orb entering and exiting our time dimension.
If you look closely, you can see these flashes right here in the circle.
Jim has his skies not only in the daytime, but with his state-of-the-art infrared vision cameras, he captures incredible UFOs at night. Take a look.
I just sit out on my deck at night, have my scope, and stay patient. Here's a shot from my deck in Newport Beach, California. The orb travels upward, then hits a slow hover. It's gonna hover. But this one coming from behind the telephone pole. The orb flies to a slow stop and hovers behind the telephone wire. I zoomed in on my camera as the orb takes off to the left. Here's a long-range shot. Here's a motion track of the object.
Pulsating energy. Could this be evidence of multi-dimensional time travel? Just shot last week, May 1st and May 5th. Check it out. We want to thank Jim Martin from the infamous fan club for submitting his incredible videos to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. And if you've captured anything amazing, you can contact Third Phase of Moon via Skype, Facebook, and Twitter. We'd love to see your videos. Everybody keep your eyes on the skies. My name's Blake Cousins, and we'll see you again. Out of This World soundtracks composed by master artist Paul Barrett. With 12 12 remastered and extended cuts to enjoy. Download them now, exclusive on iTunes. Click the link in the description below. Now listen for yourself, heard by millions around the world, Paul Barrett's album, Third Phase of Moon.